Web TV makes its return for Week 3 of high school football across regional radio this evening. Web TV on MIMOinfo.com. We're in Fredericktown for Week 3 of high school football as the 0-2 Fredericktown Blackcats are looking for their first win, hosting the 2-0 Potosi Trojans. We'll give you the starting offenses of both of these teams. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff, awaiting the coin toss at midfield. The starting offense for the hometown Fredericktown Blackcats across the front line tonight, averaging 239 pounds across the offensive line, are the Fredericktown Blackcats. The tackles are Luke Myers and Dalton King, both seniors. On the inside, the guards are Ross Lunford, a senior, and junior Adam Carver, and Winthy Couch, the center, weighing 270, just a junior. Winthy Couch, that's the offensive line for the Blackcats. On the outside edges for the receivers and tight ends for Fredericktown, number 7, Austin Dowd, a junior, 88, Zach Keller, a senior, and Brock O'Neill, a senior at number 5. The quarterback for the Fredericktown Blackcats is junior, 6'4", 244-pound Cody Smith. He's been able to throw the ball quite a bit through the first 2 games of the season. We'll see if that continues tonight. Behind him, number 24, Matt Williams, a junior, and number 1, Will Clark, the fullback. He is a senior. For the Potosi Trojans, their offensive line a little bit smaller than Fredericktown, but not by much. They average 239 across their offensive line. From left to right, it's junior Ethan Rowland. Inside, it's number 55, Kyle Oja, a junior. At center, it's number 52, Jake Neff. He's a senior for the Potosi Trojans. The right guard is number 68, Colby Boyer. He's a senior. And on the other side for the tackle, it is number 58, Dylan Wright, a junior. On the outside edges for the Potosi Trojans, number 11, Jordan Huerta, and number 22, Chandler Franklin, both seniors. The sophomore starter at tight end tonight is number 34, Colin Govero. The signal caller for the Trojans, Zach Price, a junior, his first year starting quarterback for the Potosi Trojans. And behind him, number 23, Tristan Brown, and 28, Kyle Allison. Both of those are juniors. So through 2 weeks of the season, the Potosi Trojans are 2-0. They defeated Carnahan in Week 1, 29-20, and followed that up with a Week 2 victory against Pacific, 27-7. They have the Fredericktown Blackcats tonight, and we'll see if they can improve to 3-0 or if Fredericktown is going to win their first game of the season. It looks like the Blackcats won the coin toss, deferred, and they will be kicking off to the Potosi Trojans. And we are just over a minute away from kickoff for Week 3 of high school football. Several games on the airwaves tonight on J98. We have the DeSoto Dragons looking to go 2-0 for the 3-0 for the first time since 2010 against the North County Raiders. Farmington trying to go 2-0 tonight, hosting Poplar Bluff. Herculaneum and Jefferson are battling on KJEF Web TV tonight. And yours truly, Greg Armbruster, with the call tonight. Jack Sadler on the camera this evening as the Fredericktown Blackcats host the Potosi Trojans. Things about to get underway before too long. And I want you to know that our game is brought to you this evening by the Hungry Gardener in Fredericktown, Old Eight Ready Mix in Potosi, Walmart Supercenter of Fredericktown, the Potosi R3 School District, Potosi Lumber in Potosi, and DeClue Family Funeral Home in Potosi. Things about to get underway from Fredericktown High School. We are in Blackcat Stadium tonight. The Fredericktown Blackcats, as you usually see them, are in the black this evening. They're wearing their black uniforms, gold trim black helmets. The Potosi Trojans have the purple pants tonight, white jerseys, yellow numbers, and yellow helmets. They'll be working from left to right as we describe the action, and you see it on Web TV tonight. The Fredericktown Blackcats will be kicking off to open this contest tonight. They're going to be kicking from the right side and working to the left. They're going to defend to the right as the Potosi Trojans will open with their offense taking the field, assuming all goes well on this kickoff. Things about to get underway from Fredericktown this evening. Colton Jordan, number 44, is going to be kicking off for the Blackcats. Just a freshman. We'll see what kind of swing he has in his leg for Week 3 of high school football. A little bit warmer tonight. I imagine that may come into play later on, but we are underway. The kick is high. It's not going to go very deep. Fielded by the up back at about the 22-yard line, reversing it back inside, cutting it up, going right up the middle. A decent return there for the Potosi Trojans. They're going to start on about the 35-yard line. So the Trojans offense for the first time is headed out on the field. They are going to start on their own 35-yard line. With 11:52, we are underway in the first quarter. After this play, we'll break down the defense for the hometown Fredericktown Blackcats. Potosi's going to line up in a bunch formation. They have 2 receivers on the near side. The handoff is going to come to the near side. A little bit of room, but not much there. Maybe a few yards And on the carry, that was Tristan Brown opening up the offense for the Potosi Trojans. About 5 yards on his first touch of the night. And we are underway. It'll be 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards on that. The clock continues to run in our opening quarter. It's going to be, again, a bunch formation, 2 in the backfield. Price takes the snap. The handoff is going to go up the middle. Nowhere to go that time. The Fredericktown front line stands up pretty good, but a late push by the Potosi running back, able to get a few yards out of that play. Again, that one went to Tristan Brown. Brown able to save face and get a couple of yards. It's going to be a 3rd and short scenario for Potosi on their opening drive. 3rd and 1. The Cards up on the far side of the field for Potosi. Baltimore Raven logo and a number 6. Let's see what that means. I imagine it's going to be a run. 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers on the left side of the formation. They do spin it around to the outside and stood up right at the first down marker. I don't know if he made it there. That again was Tristan Brown. 3 straight carries for Brown to open up the Potosi offense. And the official out of the backfield signals that was enough for a first down. So Potosi will move the chains on their opening drive. It was a 2-yard carry by Brown to move the chains, and the drive stays alive for the Potosi Trojans. Potosi not a potent passing offense, to say the least. -4 passing yards coming into week 3. They're going to line up with 2 receivers on the far side of the formation, but a flag comes in before we even get underway. And Potosi's stuck to the same formation, just reversed it so far through 3 plays. And they're going to back up after moving the chains. An illegal formation will cost them before the play even gets underway. So back up the Trojans 5 yards. Here we go with 1st and 15.
Repeat 1st down and 15.
Price is going to line up in shotgun with 2 in the backfield with him. It's going to be Tristan Brown and Kyle Allison, 2 receivers on the far side of the formation. And here comes the snap, looking to throw into the backfield. Nowhere to go. He's going to break out of the pocket and somehow escape and pick up at least 4 yards. Zach Price. It looked like a broken play, but Price able to do something with it, move forward. And after that 5-yard penalty, they get 4 of those yards back. So we'll be looking at a 2nd and 11. It's about 10 minutes to go in our opening quarter. It's been all ground game so far for the Trojans, but that's really what I expected coming into this. 7 pass attempts and just 1 completion for Price through 2 games. Again, that jumbo formation, he hands it off immediately, and the play fake works in the backfield, but not much there for the Potosi Trojans. They faked the handoff to Allison in the backfield. Allison was brought down, so you at least get 1 defender to key on that, but not much there for the Trojans on the ground once again. A yard at best. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for Potosi. It'll be the same formation once again with Price in shotgun. Tristan Brown comes to the near side. He's going to actually line up on the line this time. So 1 in the backfield, a 3-receiver set, but all tight on the offensive line. Now the motion man is Tristan Brown to the far side. They hand it off and getting back to the original line of scrimmage near the first down marker, but he's going to fall just short. It was another carry by Tristan Brown. He's going to pick up 5 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. What will Potosi do in this situation? It's going to be 4th down and 3, and it looks like the special teams unit's going to come on for the Trojans, so that drive's going to come to an end. Just 6 yards into Black Cat territory. So 8 minutes and 44 seconds to go. And the Black Cat defense stands tough on the opening possession. A low snap. It's going to get away. Barely gets away, but it's going to be a short kick. Will it take a Potosi Trojan hop? Yes, it will. It's going to trickle all the way down to the 18-yard line. And the Fredericktown offense will get their first chance for week 3. They had a great showing last week against Hillsboro. Hillsboro did pull away at the end of that, but it was a great first half last week for the Fredericktown Black Cats. Actually led the Hillsboro Hawks early in that contest, just ran out of steam late in that game. Can they put together 4 solid quarters tonight? If they can, they're going to be a difficult team to beat, but Potosi is 2-0, looking to go 3-0 as Fredericktown still looking for their first win. So the Black Cats are going to line up with Smith going under center, 2 receivers on the far side of the formation, and Williams, the lone man in the backfield. Here's the snap, the handoff. Williams going to go right up the middle, and nowhere to go on the first play. Matthew Williams stood up at the line of scrimmage, a yard at best for Matthew Williams. Williams, a great week last week, going over 160 yards after being kind of shut down in week 1 against Kennett, but Kennett, a very athletic football team, held Williams under 50 yards in week 1. It was a tough week 1 for Fredericktown, falling to Kennett 35-7, losing last week 53-28 to Hillsboro. 7:57 to go in our opening quarter. And things about to get underway once again. Single receiver on either side of the formations. Williams lined up in the backfield with Smith going under center. It's going to go to Smith again, and nowhere for him to go. Stood up at the line once again, a couple yards there maybe. So 2 carries, just 2 yards for Matthew Williams. That's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Black Cats. Just 2 plays and having a tough go on offense so far. The Potosi defense hanging tough across their front line. It's Dylan Wright, Jake Neff, Kyle Oja, and Gabe Smith up front for the Potosi defense. And Dylan Wright, 3 sacks through the first 2 weeks of the season. Just over 7 minutes to go, and 2 receivers spread to the far side. That's O'Neal in the slot. Williams is going to be in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff, and it looks like a pump fake. Here's the throw deep downfield to O'Neal, and he's going to make the catch. Did he get in bounds? They're going to say he toe-tapped right at the sideline, and that's going to be a first down for the Fredericktown Black Cats. A nice throw, a pump fake by Smith, shakes the defender. That was something Coach Sauer thought that if Smith could figure out, the pump fake would really help him out throwing the ball downfield, and there's the first taste of it as the Fredericktown Black Cats move up to the 44-yard line. A nice 24-yard pitch and catch for Smith. He finds O'Neal. O'Neal had to make a play on the ball, but nonetheless, the Fredericktown Black Cats offense stays moving, and a low snap this time as Smith is able to pick it up and lunge forward for a yard. But definitely a broken play there, and Cody Smith able to do something with it. Smith, a 6'4", 240-pound junior quarterback, his first year starting for the Black Cats, and has actually done fairly well for a young quarterback through the first 2 weeks. Had a lot of opportunities to throw the ball as Fredericktown has been behind in these first 2 weeks of the season. Well, your first attempt tonight moves you downfield a good chunk. And here goes a 4-receiver set. As looks like a fake bubble screen. Again, throwing it over to the top of the defense, a little bit ahead of the intended receiver. That was Keller that laid out for it, just too far out in front of him.
It falls incomplete.
Well, the second pass for Smith had his receiver open, just couldn't get it on the money. That'll stop the clock at 6:21 and bring up 3rd and 9 for the Fredericktown Black Cats. It's definitely a short 9, as you can see it lined up with the first down marker. It was a complete pass on 3rd down to move the chains. Are we going to see the same here? It's a 4-receiver set with trips to the near side. Smith in shotgun. Here's a motion, and they're going to hand it off right up the middle. It's Williams. Can he shake and bake to the outside? No, he's not. No, the handoff was to O'Neal. He doesn't find enough room, and he's going to be brought down. And that will bring up 4th down. And it will be still in Fredericktown Black Cat territory. That was the first touch tonight for O'Neal. Picks up a few yards, but well short of the first down marker. And we are inside of 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. And Fredericktown's offense, 1 first down and out. And never crossing into Trojan territory, forced to punt now. Here is the snap. It's going to get away cleanly. And it's a good punt. It's going to bounce at the 20, take a Black Cat hop, go inside the 10, and it's going to trickle down to the 3-yard line. It's fielded by Chandler Franklin. He picks up 1 yard at best. That was a great punt for the Fredericktown Black Cats, pinning the Trojans deep in their own territory. They're going to be pinned deep in their own territory now on their own 4-yard line after a great punt by the Black Cats. So 5:32 to go, and Potosi's offense is going to come out for the second time tonight, but we're going to have a break in the action. So we have a break in the action. We'll go ahead and take a break ourselves, and we'll be back in 30 seconds and bring you more of the first quarter of the Potosi Trojans against the Fredericktown Black Cats up next on J98 Web TV at MIMOinfo.com.
When you have a concrete job, Polite Ready Mix is the name to remember. Polite Ready Mix has been in business for 3 decades, and they're locally owned and operated, with 8 locations servicing Washington, Iron, St. Francis, and now Reynolds and Carter counties. And in addition to their already great service, Polite Ready Mix offers several trucks and a concrete conveyor. Contact the Polite Ready Mix nearest you for a no-obligation estimate today. That's Polite Ready Mix.
We are back. Just a quick water break for both teams. Our water breaks this evening are brought to you by Culligan Water. For better water in every room, for everyone in your home, say, hey, Culligan man today. Better water, pure and simple. Culligan Water in Leadington. That's 431-3016. We're still scoreless in the opening quarter. Both teams trading opening possessions where they get 1 first down and are forced to punt, but the Fredericktown Black Cats punt pinned the Potosi Trojans deep in their own territory. They're going to start on the 4-yard line, their own 4-yard line, with 5:32 to go in the first quarter. Price will line up in shotgun. The handoff goes to the far side of the formation. It took a little while for the Black Cats to pick up on it, and it's going to get just about to the 10-yard line, so a quick 6 yards for the Potosi Trojans. A little misdirection early.
Ball carried by number 11.
And that's something that Fredericktown had a lot of issues with in the second half of last week's game. The Hillsboro offense runs a lot of misdirection, and it was difficult for the Black Cats to stay with it all night long. And Potosi running a similar option so far. And again, the handoff is going to come to the near side, and going to have to jump cut, make some people miss, and he's going to be brought down. He's going to lose a couple on that one. Zach Keller finishing the play for the Fredericktown Black Cats, and he was driving and getting Brown in the backfield, so he's going to lose a few on that one. That's his first loss of the evening. And a big play there for the Fredericktown defense. Still deep in their own territory are the Potosi Trojans. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Motion from the near side to the far side, and it's going to be right up the middle. A lot of room this time for the Potosi running back to come up through, get the first down, and then some. So Brown saves face. After losing a couple on the previous play, he's going to get a big chunk that time and move the chains for the Potosi Trojans. This ball is going to be spotted on about the 24-yard line, so a big-time pickup for Brown, going 16 yards. And Potosi's drive stays alive. Now a fresh set of downs. It's going to be Price in shotgun once again, a tight formation. Here's the shotgun snap, the handoff going right up the middle, right into the line, and nowhere to go that time as Fredericktown's front 4 able to stand tough. The front 4, Braden Matthews, Wenthy Couch, Austin Harvest, and Luke Myers across that front 4. A 230-pound average between those 4 guys. And Bryce Fingers getting some action on that front 4 this evening as well. Potosi looking to their sideline, getting the play together. Now it'll be 2nd and 6. The play this time, a Seattle Seahawks logo and a number 5. I imagine it's a run. We haven't seen a single pass out of the Trojans yet. Here's the shotgun snap to Price. The handoff is pulled away. A little bit of option that time, and not much there for him. Price kept it. Had the running back come in motion from the far side to the near side, pulled it out, and Price kept it himself, but just nowhere to go that time for the Potosi Trojans quarterback. He's brought down right at the line. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. Still pretty deep in their own territory. Pinned back at the 31. And here comes motion again. Handoff is to the motion man. It's Brown coming to the near side of the formation, and Keller up with another tackle. We have some laundry down on the field. Let's have a flag on the play. It was on the backside of the Potosi formation. I imagine it's going to back up the Trojans. There was a lot of space coming through that hole for Brown. And it is going to go against the Potosi Trojans, so back them up. That's another penalty against the Trojans, their 2nd of the evening.
Blocking below the waist against Potosi.
And they called it blocking below the waist. So that'll back up the Trojans, who were knocking on the door of a first down. It would have been their 2nd first down of this possession. They're going to be deep in their own territory once again after that penalty. It is going to be 3rd down and forever for the Potosi Trojans. A costly penalty that time for the purple and yellow. Still looking for the offense to get set for the Trojans. Now the officials wind the clock, and another flag comes in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I count 11 and 11. It's a sideline warning against the Fredericktown Blackcats. They didn't have any issues with that last week. And I imagine that's the first and last time you'll see that tonight. So now here we go on a 3rd and 14. Price in shotgun. Here comes motion. Now Price is looking downfield. He's got his receiver open. It's there if he can hit his man, and it hits him in the hands, not able to reel it in. He had the receiver with 2 or 3 steps, threw it on the money, just not able to pull it in. And that was, again, Tristan Brown looking to be the focal point of this Trojan offense, just not able to pull that one in, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 14. And the Trojans deep in their own territory, so Fredericktown should get a great starting field position after this punt. This kick's going to come from the 5-yard line. And Brock O'Neill on the Fredericktown 45 set to field this. So definitely going to be great starting field position. And a weak flag comes out. I'm just going to be honest with you. He didn't even touch the kicker, but the kicker sold that one just the same. So nice move there by the Potosi kicker to sell that. And that may cost the Fredericktown Blackcats. We'll see what the official actually calls it. But as soon as the kick got away,
and the Blackcats will take over.
The defender gets in the backfield, knocks the kicker to the ground. I nearly said the turf. This is one of the last grass fields that we really have in our listening area for the Fredericktown Blackcats. A lot of turf fields around the listening area. This is not one of those. You get that vintage feel when you play a game or you watch a game from the Fredericktown Blackcats Stadium. Just over 2.5 to go in our opening quarter. We're still scoreless. Looks like the official is working some things out before we get underway. The ball is currently spotted on the 46. We'll see if that will stay that way, if they're going to trade out the football. Smith now headed into the huddle for the Fredericktown Blackcats. Neither offense has done much so far. Both teams punting so far. So it went a punt for Potosi, a punt for Fredericktown, and then a punt for Potosi. The drive ended last time for Fredericktown, right where it is starting on this drive. So it'll be 1st and 10. 2 receivers are spread out to the far side. We have 2 receivers to the near side early. Neither team is set. It's Brennan White spread out far. Keller on the near side. O'Neill in the near slot. Here's the shotgun snap, and it goes to Clark on the handoff. Clark's going to lose a yard. He was hit in the backfield early by Kyle Oja, and Jordan Huerta there to help him out and finish it off. And it's going to be a 3-yard loss for Clark, his first touch of the night. And 2nd and 13 for the Fredericktown Blackcats. 2 minutes and counting. Keller spreads out to the far side of the formation. We have an I formation this time for Fredericktown. Handoff is going to go to Williams. A nice hole for him this time. And Williams is going to pick up 7 on the play. Just his 3rd touch of the night so far. 3 yards per carry so far for the junior running back for the Fredericktown Blackcats. Had 160 yards last week. A few great carries for him. Clark's going to head back onto the field as Luke Karokis comes off for Fredericktown. They break out of the huddle. It's going to be 4 down. Now 5 to the line for the Potosi Trojans. Keller and O'Neill spread out to the far side. Again, that I formation lined up as Smith goes under center for Fredericktown. Smith takes a snap, the handoff. Williams runs right into the line, shakes one tackler, and gets close to the 1st down marker. He's going to be just short. So 5-yard gain for Matthew Williams.
Brought down by number 10, Jared.
Brought down just short of the 1st down marker. So it's 4th and short for Fredericktown. The offense still out on the field. And will they stay on the field? Coming into the huddle now, Bryce Fingers, 175-pound senior, as Brennan White comes off. So now spread out to the far side as a receiver is Bryce Fingers. Keller to the near side of the formation. And a jumbo set now. Here is the pitch to the near side. Williams going to try to get across the line, and it looks like he's going to come close. I don't know if he got it. The far side official has it marked as a first down. Now the signal from the umpire in the back, and that will be a first down. Matthew Williams able to get a good push. He was met by Chandler Franklin, and Franklin lost that battle as Matthew Williams able to move the chains for the Fredericktown Black Cats. So it'll be 1st and 10. And now the Black Cats in the Trojans' territory, lined up on the 43. 1st and 10 on the 43, less than 30 seconds to go. Twins to the right, an I formation behind Smith, who's now under center. Smith takes a snap, drops back, looks to his right. Now he's going to throw downfield. He throws a deep pass, and just a little bit out in front. He threw into double coverage, but his receiver, Keller, beat the coverage. Got a little bit caught up as he came through the two defenders, and just enough for the secondary for the Trojans to bump Keller off the route and keep him from catching that one and headed into the end zone. So 10 seconds still remains in the opening quarter. We are scoreless. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Potosi Trojan 43-yard line. O'Neal spreads out, and he's going to line up in the slot on the far side. Keller going to be spread out wide. Again, the eye behind Smith, who's now under center. Smith takes a snap, pitches to the backfield. Williams to the far side of the formation, has a lot of room, turns, cuts, gets upfield, makes one man miss, stays on his feet, jump cuts back inside. He's still on his feet and finally brought down. A monster gain for Matthew Williams. Ends the first quarter, and the Fredericktown Black Cats are going to have a great situation to open up the second quarter after a big run by Matthew Williams. And that one's going to be spotted all the way down at the 17-yard line, so a big-time run for the Fredericktown Black Cats to end the first quarter. We're still scoreless, but Fredericktown, a big push to end the first quarter. We'll go ahead and take a pause as we get set for quarter number 2. We'll be back in 1 minute with the opening plays of quarter number 2 with Fredericktown knocking on the door for the Potosi Trojans, who are 2-0, and the Fredericktown Black Cats looking for their first win of the season. Still a lot of football to play, but we'll start the second quarter in 30 seconds on J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com.
Walmart Supercenter in Fredericktown is a great place to get everything you need for any occasion in your life. From a great selection of food, including a fresh deli and bakery, to all the latest trends in fashion clothing, electronics, housewares, hunting supplies, and more. And special occasions? Well, Walmart Supercenter in Fredericktown stocks everything you need for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and more. Walmart Supercenter in Fredericktown. Always a good choice. Save money. Live better. Walmart.
Getting set for the second quarter of play. We are still scoreless, but it was a big run by Matthew Williams to move the Fredericktown Black Cats deep into Potosi Trojan territory. They are in the red zone. Our first red zone possession of the night for either of these two teams. And it was all set up by a big-time 28-yard run by Matthew Williams. So it will be 1st and 10 as we start the second quarter for the Fredericktown Black Cats with the ball lined up on the Potosi Trojans' 16-yard line. Don't forget, for any scores that you're curious about this evening, you can get all of your scoring updates from every team inside the listening area. Just head to our Nicholson Heating and Cooling scoreboard. Call the Comfort Pros at Nicholson Heating and Cooling. If your current heating or cooling system needs a tune-up, go to ComfortPros.com. Here we go with the opening play of quarter number 2. Fredericktown has the football. 2 men in the backfield. Brock O'Neal and Keller lined up as the receivers. The handoff is going to go up the middle. A big push again from that front line for the Fredericktown Black Cats. I thought this game would be broken down tonight with one thing being the focal point, and that would be the battle in the trenches. Up front, these two teams are big, and right now it's Fredericktown winning the battle on their second possession of the night. That's another 4-yard pickup by Matthew Williams. He's up to 48 yards on 7 carries so far tonight. Keller's going to line up on the far side of the formation, spread out wide. Luke Karokis lines up in the slot. It's O'Neal and Williams behind Smith under center. Smith looks to throw quick. Here's a bubble screen to Keller on the far side. A big block by Karokis on the far side, and it looks like Keller's going to pick up the first down.
Number 88.
I mean, when you look at that play, yes, it was Smith finding Keller, but Luke Karokis with a big-time block to open up that space over there for Zach Keller. Now Karokis is going to come off, and Clark's going to come back on, but it will be 3rd and 1 for the Fredericktown Black Cats. So just a few yards for Keller. The second completion of the night for Smith. He's 2 for 3. So it'll be 3rd and 1 with 2 receivers lined out to the right. Smith takes the handoff. It's going to be handed off up the middle, and here it is. It's our first touchdown of the night. A quick run from Matthew Williams. He punches it in with 10:35 to go. The Fredericktown Blackcats put the first points of the board on the evening and take an early 6-0 lead behind Matthew Williams. That was set up by a short pass prior to that from Smith to Keller, but it is Matthew Williams, the junior running back for the Fredericktown Blackcats, setting up and punching that one in, making a few men miss on his way. And it's 6-0 Fredericktown. They took an early lead last week against the Hillsboro Hawks, but Hillsboro able to rattle off a few touchdowns in the Week 2 performance. Can Fredericktown maintain 4 quarters and play well throughout the entire game? That remains to be seen. So now the ball spotted all the way back to the 22. And all of that for naught. So Fredericktown going to have to try and do it all over again. Wipe the touchdown away from Matthew Williams. So now here we go from outside of the red zone. Here is the shotgun snap to Smith, looking downfield, finds his receiver, hits off of his hands, a little bit behind the intended receiver. He was looking for Brennan White on that play.
Pass intended for number 2, Brennan White.
Just not able to complete it to him. He's thrown 2 passes behind receivers. They've had to lay out for him. He's now 2 of 4. So that'll bring up 4th down, and just when you thought the Blackcats were going to get on the board early in this contest, a penalty proves costly. Takes 6 points off the board. It's difficult enough to beat the team across from you, especially if you're beating yourself. So it looks like we're going to have a field goal attempt. Lining up is number 44, Colton Jordan. The holder is Keller. The kick is away. It's going to be very close. It's going to be short, just short. So another drive comes up empty for the Fredericktown Blackcats. When you thought they were going to get into the end zone for Matthew Williams' short touchdown run, it's all erased on a penalty. They are forced to kick the field goal from outside of the red zone. It comes up just short, and Fredericktown comes up empty on their second possession. Now the Potosi Trojans are going to start another offensive drive deep in their own territory. Well, no points on the board just yet. We thought we were going to see our first touchdown of the night. That was taken away. So we are still scoreless with 10:31 to go in the second quarter. Poplar Bluff currently leading Farmington 14-6, and Jefferson 16-0 over Herculaneum. Hillsboro a 14-7 lead over Seckman. Just some of the scores on our Nicholson Heating and Cooling scoreboard at MIMOinfo.com. So here we go. Potosi lined up on the 20. 10:31 to go in the first half. And both teams still trying to find their way into the end zone. Here we go, jumbo formation. The snap handed off right up the middle. A lot of misdirection coming out of the Trojan backfield, and a couple yards that time for Potosi. Again, we're going to see a lot of ground game for the Potosi Trojans. Just 1 of 7 was Price coming into this game. He's now 1 of 8, just thrown 1 pass so far tonight. So now 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard gain for Potosi. They're going to line up in that big formation again, this time to the far side, and it's Brown with the carry. Brown's going to get just a few yards. So Allison gets the first touch, picks up 4. Then they go to Brown. He gets a few more. Inside of 10 minutes to go now in the second quarter. That'll bring up 3rd and short for the Potosi Trojans. They've been able to convert a couple of times on 3rd down tonight. They're facing a 3rd and 1 on the 29. Here's the snap. Price, the handoff. They are going to pick up that first down and a couple more. And again, it's Keller finishing off a play for the Fredericktown defense. He is all over the football on the defensive side tonight and has played quite well so far through the early goings on the offensive side. So Zach Keller, a great night for him so far. Keller, a 6'1", 270-pound senior for these Fredericktown Blackcats. But nonetheless, Potosi able to reset the sticks, move the chains, and keep their drive moving along. They're now set up on the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for Potosi on their own 26. 9 minutes to go. They're going to line up. Here comes the handoff as Price spins away. A lot of room this time. A big gain for the Potosi Trojan ground game. And about 8 yards on the first play after moving the sticks. And again, it is Brown, Tristan Brown, the 5'10", 173-pound junior, getting a lot of touches early on for the Potosi Trojans. It doesn't surprise me a whole lot. A year ago, the Potosi Trojans pretty much used 2 guys on their offense, and that was Austin Cooley and Blaine Riddle. Neither of those guys are here. So here's 2nd and short. Price hands it off to Brown again. Brown is going to be stood up right at the line. Maybe fell forward for enough. I think he did. The official on the near side had it marked as a first down, stepped inside, and it looks like they're going to be just short. So Tristan Brown comes up just short of the first down. So 3rd and inches now for Potosi. They're going to line up jumbo once again. The whole entire front 5 holds steady. And somebody must have jumped because Fredericktown's entire defensive line went across. Very well could have been a hard count from Price. And it is going to go against Fredericktown, so a nod to the junior quarterback, Zach Price, for Potosi, working the hard count and getting that free first down out of the Fredericktown Blackcats. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Neither team able to find the end zone yet. Well, Fredericktown did find the end zone. A penalty took that away from them. So here is the snap. Now Price fakes the handoff. It's going to go up the middle. A lot of misdirection coming out of the Potosi backfield. Very similar to what Hillsborough did to Fredericktown last week. But a short gain that time for Potosi. Tristan Brown already 11 touches so far tonight. And add 3 more to his total there. So now 2nd down and 7. For the Potosi Trojans, lined up on the 48-yard line. Price takes the shotgun snap. He's looking downfield, and in the backfield are the Fredericktown Blackcats, and going to be brought down. The football pops out, but it is going to be recovered. Bryce Fingers knocks that one away for the Fredericktown defense. A big defensive play for number 16, Bryce Fingers, the senior linebacker for the Fredericktown Blackcats. A big play there, and losing a good chunk of yards. The Potosi Trojans find themselves in a 3rd and long. It'll be 3rd and 13 with 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go. And they're going to be back in their own territory on the 47-yard line. 3rd and 13 in shotgun. Price awaits the snap, takes the snap. Now he's looking to run himself. He's got a little bit of room, and he's going to be brought down again. He's going to be brought down just short of the line of scrimmage. So another tackle for a loss for the Fredericktown Blackcats on back-to-back plays. The Blackcat defense stands tough, and they are going to take the football away. It's going to force Potosi to punt, and that will be the 3rd time this evening that the Trojans have been forced to punt. Both defenses having a great showing tonight. It's been 3 punts so far for Potosi, and here's another one. A decent kick that time, a fair catch waved, and Brock O'Neill's going to have to lay out, but he fields it cleanly at about the 16-yard line. So the Blackcats will start deep in their own territory, still looking for our first points of the game with just 6 minutes remaining in the first half. This game's flying by with these 2 teams running the football the way that they have so far. Just a handful of passes so far tonight between the 2 teams. Our game is brought to you this evening by the Hungry Gardener in Fredericktown, Whole Wheat Ready Mix of Potosi, Walmart Supercenter in Fredericktown, Potosi R3 School District, Potosi Lumber of Potosi, and DeClue Family Funeral Home in Potosi. Looks like we're going to have another water break, so I want you to know that all of our water breaks are brought to you by Culligan Water. For better water, pure and simple, it's Culligan Water in Leadington. Just call 431-3016. We'll have a quick 30-second timeout. We'll bring you the final plays of quarter number 2 from Fredericktown High School back in 30 seconds on J98 Web TV at MyMoInfo.com.
For those of us that have had an auto accident, this is the best news we've had in years. Brad Wooten Auto Body is now open and located in a 10,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility. Brad Wooten Auto Body offers you the same factory-trained ASE and ICAR certified technicians you're accustomed to, is a direct repair facility for a host of major insurance companies, and has loaner cars available. Of course, you receive a written lifetime warranty. Brad Wooten Auto Body, across from the Ozarks Regional Library in Ironton, soon to be the #1 collision repair facility in Southeast Missouri.
6 minutes remain in our opening half on Web TV for Week 3 of high school football. Tonight we feature the Fredericktown Blackcats hosting the Potosi Trojans. Fredericktown looking for their first win of the season. Potosi looking to improve to 3-0. It's been slow going for the offensives for both teams so far, but the defense on either side of the football has stood tough. Fredericktown probably the best offensive showing. They did find the end zone, but a penalty cost them the 6 points, ended up resulting in a missed field goal. So now here we go for the Blackcats. They're going to spread out 4 wide with twins on the left, twins on the right. Smith's going to line up in shotgun. It's going to be a 1st and 10 with 6 minutes to go in the half. The handoff is going to be right up the middle. It's Williams shaking and baking. He's going to pick up a decent amount of yards before he's brought down. About a 5-yard gain for Matthew Williams.
Brought down number 10, Jared Cordell.
And the Potosi offense able to gain a little bit of ground on the first play. It was actually Brock O'Neill coming out of the backfield that time, picking up 6, now 2nd and 4. 5:35 to go in the first half. The Trojans just across their own 20-yard line, going to line up with a 3-receiver set with twins to the near side. Offset in the backfield. Here is the throw, quick throw, and it's above Keller. Keller had space. There was a decent cushion. The corner playing off of Keller on the far side. Smith just throwing it over his head. The incompletion brings up 3rd and 4. 5:20 to go. And Will Clark's going to come into this game. Clark has come in a couple of times now, and it's brought upon the I formation for the Fredericktown Blackcats. Will that be the same result? It doesn't look that way. A 4-receiver set. Williams going to line up in the slot to the near side. Smith in shotgun. A low snap. Smith looking to throw. He's looking for Williams. Nearly picked off. Williams able to get it. Make one man miss. And he's moving upfield. Williams a big gain that time across the 35 down to the 37-yard line. So a good pickup for Matthew Williams and the Fredericktown Blackcats. Another completion for Cody Smith. He's now 3 for 5 on the evening. And a 16-yard pickup for Smith, finding Matt Williams on the outside. It was a brave pass, to say the least. And a penalty coming in on the tackle. I'm going to say a horse collar tackle against Potosi. And that's going to move Fredericktown even further down the field. That's going to put them into Potosi Trojan territory. The 3rd penalty of the night against the Potosi Trojans. And it's really starting to add up. That one is going to put the ball at the Potosi Trojan 47-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 47 with 5:19 to go for the Fredericktown Blackcats with a 4-receiver set, 2 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Williams lined up in the near side slot and Smith in shotgun. 1st and 10 with 5:14 to go. Here's the shotgun snap, the handoff right up the middle. A little bit of room there for Brock O'Neill. And O'Neill's going to split in between the tackles and lunge. About a 5-yard pickup for Brock O'Neill. A decent showing for him so far tonight. Fredericktown's offense is moving thanks to a Potosi Trojan horse collar penalty. Now down to the 43. 2nd and 6. 4:44 to go. A 3-receiver set, twins to the left. Smith lined up in shotgun. Awaits the snap. Here is the snap. He's looking to throw quick. A bad throw that time led O'Neill way too far out front. It almost looked like he had mistaken which of the 2 receivers lined up to the left. We're going to turn inside for the screen. It was definitely a screen play. It looked like he lined up to throw it at Keller. Threw it a little far, and O'Neill had a chance to catch it, but he would have had to lay out for it. It would have been an amazing catch if he was able to reel it in. But nonetheless, 4:33 to go brings up 3rd and 6 from the Potosi Trojan 42-yard line. A 3-receiver set, twins to the left. Here comes the snap and shotgun. Smith looking downfield. He has to pump. Now he's going to roll out to the far side. In trouble that time, and he shakes one tackler. He's still on his feet, needs to get rid of the football, and he's going to lose a whole lot of yards this time. The junior quarterback showing a little bit of inexperience there after he shook one tackle, had the chance to get rid of the ball downfield, maybe just to not lose the yards, but he loses a big chunk that time, and this ball is going to be spotted almost a 20-yard loss for Smith. A credit to the Potosi defense for staying on him, and eventually the official blew the whistle as 3 Trojans met him in the backfield. So a punt's going to come again. Another punt between these two offenses. A little bit of inexperience showed by Smith. And here comes another punt from the Fredericktown Black Cats. A low snap. Can the kick get away? He has plenty of time to get it away, and it's a good kick. Will it take a Black Cat hop? Yes, it will. And it's going to take another one and roll down to the 14-yard line. So another great kick for Fredericktown. So 3:32 to go in our opening half, and neither team able to do much on the offensive side. The two defenses are showing tough so far. There was a situation in the early going of the second quarter where Fredericktown thought they were going to get into the end zone on a short run by Matthew Williams. That was all erased by a penalty. It resulted in a missed field goal. So far, our game has gone. Potosi opens with possession and punts. Fredericktown follows with a punt. Potosi then forced a punt, a missed Fredericktown field goal, and then back-to-back punts from either team. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 14, 3:32 to go in the second quarter. The shotgun snap to Price. He hands it off, coming out to the near side and met by a whole bunch of Fredericktown Black Cats and brought down after a short gain. It's been a lot of ground game so far for Potosi. Just a couple of passing plays. And a whole lot of Tristan Brown out of the Trojan backfield. That is the same story so far on this drive, just one play in. And it goes right to Brown for 1 yard. 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A lot of movement now getting set. A tight formation for Potosi. Split backs and the handoff to the far side of the field. It's Brown again. Can he turn the corner? And he's not going to be able to turn the corner. He's pushed out of bounds on the far side. Don't think he got anything on that one. Maybe even lost a yard as Fredericktown was all over that one. And it looks like a Black Cat still down on the far side of the field. And he's up now, and it's Keller. He's been an important piece of the offense and defense so far tonight. He is definitely walking off on his own power, so that's good there, but gingerly doing so. The absence of Zach Keller will definitely show for the Fredericktown Black Cats. 3rd and 9 for the Potosi Trojans. 2:43 to go in the second quarter. We're still scoreless. It's that jumbo formation. Here comes the snap. Shotgun snap handed off from the far side to the near side. Shaking defenders, getting upfield, and a good run that time. And again, it is Brown coming out of the backfield. And he's going to move the chain. So an 11-yard carry for Brown. His 13 carries so far. And he has definitely been the entire Trojan offense so far in this one. Fredericktown's defense had the upper hand really with a 3rd and long. The run game prevails for the Potosi Trojans. So 1st and 10 now on the 26. And it's going to be movement up front, but who moved first is the question. False start on the Potosi Trojans. That's their 4th penalty tonight. The penalty yards are racking up so far for Potosi. And they've all really been in costly situations. This one comes after a big gain from Tristan Brown. And it's going to back the Trojans up. Now on the 21. A split back set with 2 receivers. The handoff is fake. Price looking to throw downfield. And way out in front of Chandler Franklin, the intended receiver. Stops the clock at 2:09. Price 0 for 2 so far tonight. But really, it's been all Tristan Brown for the early going for the Potosi Trojans. 13 carries for him already. And actually been quite productive. 13 carries and 60 yards so far. Still 2 minutes to go in the first half. Price is going to line up in shotgun. A motion man. He hands off to the motion man. Coming around to the near side. Can he split around the outside of the formation? No, he cannot. It's again Tristan Brown on the carry. Jordan Huerta out front trying to lead block for him. But Fredericktown all over that. The front seven for Fredericktown has done pretty well against the ground game of the Potosi Trojans. And it's been all ground game so far. Potosi, I imagine, is going to do their best to run out as much clock as they can. They're facing a 3rd and 10 following that penalty. And they're going to line up in that jumbo formation again. Price going to line up with one man in the backfield. The shotgun set. The motion man fakes the handoff. It is up the middle, and a big hit that time coming through like a grown man. The Fredericktown Black Cats get in the backfield, and a big hit that time by Dalton King. 6'2", 230-pound senior gives us a crown collision of the game, lighting up Tristan Brown in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down. And a timeout's going to be called on the near side. It has to be a Fredericktown timeout. They definitely want to save as much time as they possibly can. And we want you to know that our games all season long are brought to you by ProCare Automotive in Bonne Terre, Earth Mother Health Foods, County Do-It Center in St. Genevieve, Crown Collision Center of Farmington, Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve, Culligan Water in Leadington, Mega Sports of Farmington, and Home Pools and Spa in Leadington. Our sponsors making all of our web TV broadcasts possible, and we are doing our Week 3 broadcast from Fredericktown High School at Black Cat Stadium as the 0-2 Fredericktown Black Cats still looking for their first win of the season, hosting the 2-0 Potosi Trojans tonight, and neither offense really able to get much going through just about 2 quarters of play. 1 minute, 24 seconds left to go, and when we resume play, it will be the Potosi Trojans forced to punt once again. It's been all special teams on the end of these drives so far. The only time that we did not have a punt tonight was the second possession for the Fredericktown Black Cats, and it was a missed field goal. Now Brock O'Neill will be back to field the Trojan punt. O'Neill lined up on the Fredericktown 40. The kick is going to come from the Potosi 15-yard line. Not a lot of time left when Potosi kicks this away. Just 1 minute, 24 seconds left. And O'Neill is set at the Fredericktown 40. A low snap. Kick away, but barely. And it's going to take a Potosi bounce and a big-time Potosi bounce and trickle all the way back to the 26-yard line. So that will make it 1 minute, 15 seconds for the Fredericktown Black Cats to get something going in the first half. They will open the third quarter receiving the football, as they did win the coin toss tonight, decided to defer and kick away. And Potosi, a great punt that time, a definitely beneficial bounce for them. And all the way back to the 26-yard line. So 74 yards in 1 minute and 15 seconds. That's what the Black Cats are looking at in this drive. They want to put points up before we head to the break. It's going to be a 4-receiver set. Keller back out on the field, lined up on the far side of the formation. O'Neill the far side slot, and Cody Smith lined up in shotgun. Now O'Neill in motion, and a flag comes in. We'll see who that goes against. It's likely going to go against Fredericktown, and it does. So they're going to back up even further. So rather than having to go 74 yards, make that 79.
On the play, illegal procedure against Fredericktown.
It was right on the motion. It was O'Neill that went in motion. I imagine we'll see a similar formation. Now we have O'Neill, Williams, and Keller lined up on the far side. Look for this pass to go to the left as Smith takes the shotgun snap. He's definitely looking to his left. Pumps. Now here comes the throw. Going deep downfield, and it's picked off. The Potosi Trojans take it, and they're headed back the other way. A flag comes in at the end of the play, but an interception thrown by Cody Smith. And now the Trojans find themselves in the best position they've been all night long, thanks to their defense. Cody Smith, you knew the pass was going to go to the left side just based on the personnel that was lined up over there. Smith pumped, tried to shake the defense, but threw it right into the arms of the defender on the far side of the field. And the Trojans are going to have their best starting field position of the night. And it's going to be a block in the back at the end of that play that's going to back up Potosi. So after they were deep in Fredericktown territory, another penalty, their 5th of the night, is going to back them up to about the 47-yard line. They'll be in Black Cat territory, but they've had great field position prior to that, and a penalty proves costly once again for Potosi. So now 1 minute, 2 seconds. And the Trojans will have a 1st and 10 on the Black Cat 47-yard line. Smith is going to line up in shotgun. He's got single receiver sets on either side, one in the backfield. He takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff. It was a fake all day long. Now a short pass, just a 5-yard gainer, and trying to get out of bounds on the far side. And I think they're going to be able to get out of bounds. And Potosi, a quick pass to the right side to Jordan Huerta.
That's complete to number 11.
Huerta able to get out of bounds and stop the clock. No, they're going to say he stayed in. That clock's going to keep winding. Just over 30 seconds to go. 2nd and 5 for the Trojans. Here's the shotgun snap. Price rolls to his right, looking downfield, jumps, throws, and he's going to be able to get it away. It's going to be across the first down marker, a complete pass. Is the clock going to continue to run? There was definitely a knee down in play, and that time that pass goes to Tristan Brown. His first catch of the night, but not too surprising that he's involved in the offense. And it's going to bring about a Potosi Trojan timeout. So Potosi calls timeout after moving the sticks on this drive. They'll have a 1st and 10 in Fredericktown territory, lined up on the 34-yard line with 28.5 seconds to go. And we'll see what happens in 30 seconds on J98 Web TV at MIMOinfo.com.
At Midwest Sports Center, we sell fun and make your outdoor living easy. Hi, I'm Josh Harris, owner of Midwest Sports Center in Farmington. Stop by and test drive a brand new Can-Am F3 Spider. Check out the new Polaris Slingshot. And if you've been thinking about a side-by-side, well, now's the time. Prices starting at $69.99. Kick it up a notch and give you and your family the ultimate fun at Midwest Sports Center. Located right next to Redfield Collision Center in Farmington. Like us on Facebook, shop us online, MidwestSportsCenter.com.
We return with 28.5 seconds to go. It is a 1st and 10 situation. The Potosi offense, 28.5 seconds. If they want to do something before the end of the second quarter, they are deep in Fredericktown territory, lined up on the 34-yard line after an defensive interception. Price, a quick throw, and he has his receiver. He couldn't reel it in. He had him in stride, just not able to pull that one in. It was a quick 3-step drop and fire for Price. Hit his receiver, but the receiver right in the middle of coverage, not able to pull that one in. It was a decent throw that time for Price, just the receiver not able to hang on to it. And that was Colin Govero going across the middle, sophomore tight end for the Potosi Trojans. Price will line up in shotgun once again, 24.8 seconds on the Fredericktown 34. Here's the snap. He's going to drop back, 5-step drop, and he's throwing into the end zone this time. Can the receiver get there? And he lays out for it, and no catch. It was a good throw that time for Price on a 5-step drop. Triple coverage back there for the Fredericktown Black Cats. Matthew Williams and Brock O'Neill, the corners, doing a great job. And Zach Keller, the other member of the secondary. 3 of the real playmakers on the Fredericktown offense are their secondary, and they did a great job keeping the Trojans out of the end zone that time. It'll bring up 3rd and 10, 18 seconds to go. So Fredericktown's defense is going to have to hang tough for these next 2 plays. Potosi's going to line up with 1 receiver on either side and a tight end on the far end of the formation. The shotgun snap to Price. He pump fakes. He's going to throw to the far side of the formation. Nobody there to hit off the hand of the receiver. Definitely behind his intended receiver. Wouldn't have picked up the first down. And it will bring up 4th and 10 with 13.7 seconds to go. And after moving the chains, Potosi's offense has stalled out on the 34-yard line. They're going to line up with that similar formation. No, they're going to call a timeout. So Coach Casey's going to call another timeout. Potosi looking to improve to 3-0 on this young high school football season. They won their Week 1 matchup against Carnahan, 29-20. Then they won in Week 2 against Pacific, 27-7. For the Fredericktown Black Cats, still looking for their first win of the season, losing 35-7 on Week 1 to Kennett. Kennett's going to be the real deal this year with Edward Wilson at quarterback. Then in Week 2, it wasn't a much easier task for Fredericktown as they had to go on the road for Week 2 at Hillsboro. They had a great first couple of quarters against the Hillsboro Hawks and actually led that game early on. but it was just too much to overcome in the second half. The ground game for Hillsboro in week 2 definitely put the Black Cats away. They've done a much better job against the Potosi running game so far in this contest tonight, but towards the end, it was a minute 24 to go in the second quarter, and the Fredericktown Black Cats had the football, and Cody Smith threw an interception. Now Potosi not able to do much following the interception, able to get down to the Black Cat 34, which is really where the interception was taking place, but a block in the back moved them back a great deal. And now they're kind of at square one with 13.7 seconds to go. I imagine this one's headed to the end zone. Here comes the shotgun snap to Price, looking deep. Pressure this time, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. It's again the front 5 for the Fredericktown Black Cats getting in the backfield, and for the second time tonight, it's Dalton King bringing down Price in the backfield, and that is a big-time defensive stop. Still a little bit of time left before we say that the second quarter has come to a close. We are still scoreless. So it's going to be an interesting 4.7 seconds for the Fredericktown offense to see what they're going to try and do here. There's not much that you can do other than let your big quarterback. I mean, Cody Smith is a big kid, 6'4", 244-pound junior. We're going to see what kind of arm he has on this play. They're going to spread him out for sure. He has the arm strength. If a receiver can beat the defender, O'Neal comes to the near side of the formation. Keller to the far side. Smith under center, and they're just going to take a knee and go ahead and start the third quarter with the football. So we hit halftime, and both teams struggling on the offensive side through the early going. No score on the board, a handful of punts, a missed field goal, and an interception. The closest that we saw to points on the board, Fredericktown and early second quarter touchdown erased by a penalty, and here we are at 0-0. We'll come back with halftime stats in 2 minutes. You've got to tune to J98 Web TV at MIMOinfo.com. Just about to get things underway here from Black Cat Stadium at Fredericktown High School. In this third quarter, Fredericktown will be working from left to right, and the Trojans will be defending the right end zone. As you see it on your screen, things about to get underway. The ball is lined up on the 40. It's Williams and O'Neal back to field the opening kick of quarter number 3. Here is the kick, and it's going to be a low squib kick. Can Potosi recover? No, it's going to go out of bounds, so a flag comes in. A little bit of trickeration from Mark Casey to open up the third quarter. It was an onside kick by the Trojans. Unable to recover it. They had a good opportunity at it. It ended up trickling out of bounds. So Fredericktown will have decent starting field position to follow that up. The Fredericktown offense is ran by a junior quarterback, Cody Smith. He's thrown 1 passing touchdown this season and now 4 interceptions. He threw his 4th interception towards the end of the second quarter. A total of 208 passing yards coming into tonight. He was 22 of 51 through the first 2 weeks. So here we go. Smith will go under center with split backs behind him. Single receiver off to the far side of the field, and the snap hits the ground, and Smith is going to have to pick it up and lunge forward. And a whistle comes in quickly. So bad snap on the first play for the Fredericktown Black Cats. So slow going continues for the two offenses. Fredericktown lined up on their own 45-yard line. It will be a second down and a lengthy 10 yards to go. It will be 5 across the front line for Potosi. And Keller going to spread out to the far side of the formation for the Black Cats. Cody Smith is going to go under center, and he's going to send Karokas out to the near side of the formation. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. It's going to go to O'Neal. O'Neal's going to run into the line of scrimmage and find no more room. Potosi all over that one. A quick play by Jake Neff up front, the senior defensive lineman for the Potosi Trojans, coming in at 5'8", 226. He makes the stop right at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Fredericktown Black Cats. So it'll be 3rd and 9 for Fredericktown. Back to the basically the original line of scrimmage after a couple of plays. Potosi's front 7 standing tall on this drive. Fredericktown still in the huddle, 16 on the play clock. 10:40 on the game clock. Karokas and Keller to the far side of the formation. Smith's going to go back under center. He's got Clark directly behind him, and they're going to pitch it to Williams. Williams is going to have to do something with this, and he's going to do a lot with it. He's going to pick up all of it and then some. A big run by Matthew Williams, a quick burst of speed, and Williams, if he can go north-south, he can make you pay in a hurry, and picks up 12 on that one. 8 carries, 60 yards for Matthew Williams, and a big 12-yard gain to keep the drive alive. Matthew Williams, just a junior. He's going to be tough to deal with for the next 2 years for everybody inside this conference. So again, Smith's going to go under center with 2 receivers to the far side of the formation. Clark and Williams. It's going to go to Williams again right between the tackles. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. Matthew Williams moving the offense for the Fredericktown Black Cats. Another 5 yards to his total. He's up to 65 yards on 9 touches tonight. They're going to say he picked up 4. It'll bring us inside of 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. And Matthew Williams getting the job done for the Fredericktown Black Cats early in the second half. Karokas, the slot on the far side. Keller lined up wide. The I formation as Smith goes under center. Williams the deep man. Smith takes the snap, pitches to Williams, and makes one man miss in the backfield. He was dead to rights, and he's going to pick up another first down. Matthew Williams, do your thing, young fella, and pick up another first down. 9:34 to go, and the chains will move again for the Fredericktown Black Cats, courtesy of Matthew Williams and a 6-yard pickup. He's got 7.1 yards per carry tonight, 71 yards on 10 touches for Matthew Williams. A great showing early in this third quarter for the Fredericktown offense, marching down the field. Again, Karokas in the slot, Keller lined up far on the outside. The fullback is Clark. Williams, the deep man. Here's the snap. Smith, quick pump, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. That was a good play up front by the Potosi Trojans to get hands up and knock that pass away. It was a quick inside slant route looking for Brennan White. Just 4 yards and cut inside, but tipped right at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to go down as an incompletion for Smith, who's now 3 of 6 on the evening. Again, that same formation, that I formation. Williams, the deep man. Karokas and Keller lined up to the left. 9:17 to go. Here's the snap, the pitch. Williams is going to go to the far side of the formation, find a lot of room, and a flag's going to come in. And I think that's going to go against the Fredericktown Black Cats because there was a big hole right in the middle of the field, and I saw one Potosi Trojan hit the deck. We'll see what the actual call that comes in is. It is going to be a hold against Fredericktown. That's what I expected on that play. A big hole right up the middle for Williams, but it's going to be a 5-yard penalty when it's all said and done against Fredericktown. So after Fredericktown was inside of the Trojan 30, they're going to be backed up to the 36-yard line and be looking at a second and long. The clock starts to wind. 20 on the play clock. 9:04 on the game clock. It's going to be 2nd and 17 for Fredericktown. Smith under center, takes the snap. Now he's looking for Williams. Williams is going to go to the far side of the formation. Jump cuts, makes one man miss. He's going to pick up all of what they lost on the penalty and get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe just short of it, so a 6-yard gain for Matthew Williams and the Fredericktown Black Cats. Williams continues to add big numbers to his total, 160 yards last week, and now up to 78 yards tonight. He had 48 at the end of the first half, and a quick 30 yards for him. And Fredericktown now with a 3rd and 12. Coming to the near side, Keller and Karokas. The I formation with Smith going under center. From the 29-yard line, it's a pitch to Williams. He's got a lot of room. Can he make people miss? No, he cannot. He's going to go backwards. I don't know how he's still on his feet, but he's going to turn it upfield, get across the line of scrimmage, and make positive yardage out of it. I don't know how he did. He missed 3 tackles in the backfield, shaking and baking, and able to get back across the line of scrimmage. Matthew Williams is going to be well short of the first down, but he's going to pick up 5 on the play. So Matthew Williams trying to make something happen for the Fredericktown offense. He's up to 83 yards tonight, having a good start to the third quarter. It's going to be 4th down, and the offense still on the field for the Black Cats. Ball lined up on the Trojan 26-yard line. Keller to the near side with the outside of the formation. One man is lined up in the slot, but a flag's going to come in before we can even get the play underway. And it's going to be a delay
Flag on the play, delay of game.
On Fredericktown, that's the inexperience of the young quarterback Cody Smith. Just his third varsity start for the Fredericktown Black Hats. And a 5-yard penalty is going to back the Black Hats up even further. So now 20 seconds on the play clock. 7:17 on the game clock. 4th down for the Black Hats. They break the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock. Karokas and Keller spread out to the right. I formation, Smith under center. Williams the deep man. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Williams. Nowhere for him to go, and he's going to lose a couple on that one. The front line for the Trojans coming up big on a 4th down stop. So it'll change hands now.
Number 52, Jake Neff.
Again, we're looking for our first points of the evening, and it's Jake Neff coming through for the Potosi Trojans again on this drive. Coming up big on 4th down. And the Trojan offense will get another opportunity, but we'll have another water break, and all of our timeout water breaks are brought to you by Culligan Water. For better water in every room for everyone in your home, say, hey, Culligan man today. That's Culligan, better water, pure and simple. Culligan Water in Leadington at 431-3016. A break in the action. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more on J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
The Potosi R3 School District is committed to excellence. Now, they're proud of their students and their athletes because these young people work hard and show a ton of dedication. The Potosi R3 students and athletes are committed to excelling to high levels of achievement. Attitude and perseverance play a big part in their success. The Potosi R3 School District sincerely hopes this school year is a wonderful and memorable stepping stone in their life's journey.
So we're back with more, and the third quarter still scoreless with 7 minutes to go in the third, and the Trojan offense will come back out after a 4th down stop by the Potosi defense. Zach Price leading the way. He is the signal caller, but it's really been Tristan Brown the focal point for the Potosi offense tonight. 13 touches, 1 reception, and a total of 67 yards. They're going to go right to Brown early and often in this one, and he's going to stay on his feet, come to the near side, and a big play fake sets up a monster run for Brown. The entire Fredericktown team thought Kyle Allison had the ball up the middle. They were mistaken as Brown came around the near side of the formation and picked up a big chunk of yards that time, and he's going to move the chains. The ball comes all the way out near to midfield, just short at about the 47-yard line. So a big gain for Tristan Brown. His 14th carry of the evening and his biggest carry of the night. And a quick play that time, again, going right up the middle are the Potosi Trojans, and they're still going to attack the ground. Not a pass-heavy team at all this year are the Trojans. They mixed it up a little bit last year, not doing a whole lot through the air tonight. But another good gain. They're going to pick up a good chunk and be about 2-3 yards short of the first down marker. And again, Tristan Brown doing everything for the Trojan offense tonight. Price is going to line up in shotgun. Brown offset in the backfield. The tight end comes off the outside of the formation. They fake it to the tight end and go right back up the middle. And they're going to pick up the first down and then some. So now they're going to march their way into Potosi Trojan territory just a little further. Spotted at the 39-yard line, so an 8-yard pickup for the Trojans. Moves the chains, keeps the drive alive. Inside of 6 minutes to go. Price in shotgun, Brown in motion. The handoff is faked. No, they do give it to Brown. He's going to go to the outside of the formation. He's going to pick up a few, maybe 4 or 5 more yards for Tristan Brown. A lot of play fakes and misdirections coming out of the Potosi Trojan backfield. And really quickly, Tristan Brown hits the century mark on the ground this evening. 17 touches, 100 yards for Brown. Under 20 seconds on the play clock. The motion called for. Price, snap, handoff up the middle, and again they're going to go to Brown. The misdirection was faked to Huerta. Brown goes up the middle for 4 yards. He's going to be short of the first down marker. But his rushing total is now at 104 on 18 touches. A big piece of this Potosi offense is Tristan Brown. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 2 situation on the 32 of the Fredericktown Black Hats. Ball lined up on the 32. Under 5 minutes to go. Price in shotgun. The hard count gets Fredericktown to move. He's going to look to the sideline. They're going to readjust. And now a whistle is going to come in. The hard count again gets Fredericktown to tip their hand a little bit. Price has done that a couple of times tonight, but a flag comes in, and it looks like this one's going to go against Potosi, but maybe be declined. It is going to go against the Trojans. They're going to back up. So after they had a 3rd and short, a penalty again is going to cost the Potosi Trojans. They were 2 yards away from a first down. A penalty, they'll back them up. Now the play clock starts to run. 20 on the play clock, 4.5 on the game clock. Motion from the far side. Fake to the motion man. They're going to go back up the middle. A lot of misdirection, very similar to what Hillsboro did to Fredericktown last week. And a big win for the Hillsboro Hawks. Potosi trying to do that this week, but Fredericktown doing a much better job in week 3 up front. So Potosi not able to convert on 3rd down. We'll bring up a 4th down situation, about 4th and 5. And the offense stays out on the field. 15 on the play clock. Potosi will now get set. 2 tight ends on the outside of the formation. Price takes the shotgun snap. They hand it off. And again, the misdirection play is going to open up a big hole up the middle. And I think Potosi is going to be able to pick up that first down. Again, the misdirection opens up a lot of space in between the tackles. And it works again for the Trojans as they're going to pick up a first down and keep moving deeper into Black Cat territory. 4 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. And Potosi putting together their best offensive drive tonight. It's been all punts and a turnover on downs for the Trojans so far. A penalty at the end of the play is going to go against the Black Cats. So a penalty is actually going to help Potosi for the first time tonight. They're going to move deeper into Fredericktown territory. A lot deeper into Fredericktown territory now. They're going to be lined up on the 12-yard line. So Potosi, their first red zone trip tonight, find themselves with a 1st and 10 on the Black Cat 12-yard line with 3:45 to go. Price lined up in shotgun with a big formation in front of him. Single man in the backfield. Tight ends on either side of the formation. They're going to hand it off right up the middle between the tackles. A big push up front. Fredericktown wins the battle up front. And no gain there. So Potosi using the run game this entire drive so far. Not much there for him on that one. 1 yard pickup. Just over 3 minutes to go. Play clock down to 16. And there's the motion from the far side. They fake to the motion man going back up the middle. And this one's going to be stuffed up front, but a good push by the Trojans. They'll pick up a couple. So the battle up front has been the key of this football game tonight, and nobody really has taken advantage of that. It's been really back and forth, but Potosi making their best drive of the night, picking up 4 yards on a quarterback keeper. 15 on the play clock. The Trojans still not set, down to 10. Now they're going to get set. Chandler Franklin is going to line up on the outside of the formation. Price calls for motion and shotgun. They're going to hand it off to the motion man. And Fredericktown all over it. A big play by Matthew Williams to shut that one down. A solo tackle coming up from the secondary and stopping the carrier right at the line of scrimmage. Matthew Williams with a big stop. And this is going to be probably our biggest play of the night right here, as it's going to be just over 2 minutes to go. Potosi is going to be lined up on the Fredericktown 8-yard line. And knocking on the doorstep. 5 on the play clock. Price in shotgun takes the snap. They're going to hand it off. And the snap is not going to get away cleanly and brought down in the backfield. A big stop by the Fredericktown defense that time. With just under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, Potosi was on the doorstep, but the Fredericktown D comes up big, and they're going to take that ball away and force another turnover on downs for the Potosi Trojans. So this Third quarter has seen a Fredericktown drive result in a turnover on downs, and now a Potosi drive result in a turnover on downs. But for Potosi, you got so deep into Black Cat territory, the Fredericktown Black Cats are going to have to go a long way to turn this into points. They're lined up at their own 10-yard line. 1st and 10 on their own 10. 2 receivers to the left. Smith's going to go under center. Here's the snap. Smith, the handoff right up the middle and bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Not much room there. It went to the up back. And just trying to get out of their own shadow of their goalpost, really. It's Will Clark that gets the touch. The clock continues to run. 4 yards for Will Clark. His first touch went for -3, so he just has 1 yard on 2 touches tonight. The play clock is already down to 16, and Fredericktown is yet to come out of the huddle. They had 1 delay of game so far tonight. Karokas and Keller are going to spread out to the near side. It's actually the short side of the field. Smith going under center. 3 on the play clock. Gets the snap away to Williams. Williams gets a big hole. He's going to split to the left side of the offensive line and get right back to the sticks and maybe be just short. They do spot it 2 yards short.
Matthew Williams.
So a 4-yard gain for Matthew Williams, up to 87 on 13 touches. The play clock running already at 20. Game clock at 45 to go in the third quarter. The Black Cats break out of the huddle. Karokas to the near side, Keller to the far side. Smith is going to go under center. Clark still in at fullback. And they're going to hand it off to Williams. Williams gets a big hole this time. Can he beat the secondary? He can. He's going to cut back inside. A big gain for Matthew Williams, getting all the way up to the 36-yard line. A big-time gain for Matthew Williams, and the Fredericktown Black Cats moves the chains and keeps the drive alive after a drive that started on their own 10. Fredericktown has the ball now all the way up to the 37-yard line. So a 19-yard gain for Matthew Williams puts him over 100 on the night on just 14 touches. So both running backs for these two teams having good showings tonight, but just between the 20s. Keller now spread out wide. Karokas in the slot. Smith going under center. 12 on the play clock. He fakes the handoff, and it's a broken play, but Clark's going to make something out of it. Comes to the near side, crosses midfield down to the 40, the 35, and brought down just short of the 30-yard line. Another big run by the Fredericktown Black Cats, and it charges up the Fredericktown faithful as they march into Potosi Trojan territory. A big gain on a broken play by Will Clark. That was lined up at the 37, getting down to the 32-yard line. And Fredericktown moves into Trojan territory. A big gain for the Black Cats on a play that should not have really gone anywhere. And that's going to be a water break once again. It's definitely the hottest night we've had so far for high school football. So as we await the start of the fourth quarter, they let the clock expire. We'll be back in 30 seconds with our fourth and final quarter for week 3, with these two teams still looking to find our first points of the game. Back in 30 seconds on J98 Web TV at MIMOinfo.com.
838080. At DeClue Family Funeral Home in Potosi, Bryant, Sarah, Amanda, and BJ DeClue are there to guide you and support you. Along with prearranged and traditional memorial services, DeClue Family Funeral Home has monuments, flag cases, urns, and other memorial items to help you create a loving tribute to your loved one. Showing you that they do care, they offer extended after-funeral grief support programs. Call DeClue Family Funeral Home, 301 East High Street in Potosi at 438-2105.
We just saw the third quarter come to a close, and we are still scoreless after 3 quarters of play. It was a big run that time by the fullback for the Fredericktown Black Cats just before the end of the third quarter. A 31-yard pickup by Will Clark on a broken play. And that definitely sparked the Fredericktown faithful. We're 12 minutes away from finding out what happens here. And right now it looks like the first team that scores is going to win this game, because I don't think we're going to see more than 1 touchdown tonight. It would be very surprising if that were the case. Want you to know all of our stats this evening have been brought to you by ProCare Automotive Repair in Bonne Terre. Fast, friendly, and professional service. Repaired once, repaired right. So here's our first play of quarter number 4, and it's not even going to be our first play. We're going to see another penalty. Movement up front. We'll see who moved first. It's going to be encroachment on the Potosi Trojans, the 7th penalty against the Trojans tonight. They've been racking up penalties all evening long. And we'll see if that one's going to prove costly down the stretch. So DeSoto taking a one-touchdown lead over North County as they start the third quarter 14-7, and Poplar Bluff still leads Farmington 22-12, and we are scoreless here at Fredericktown High School. Smith takes the snap from under center, goes to fullback Will Clark, and not much there for him. So it was a 1st and 5 after the penalty, and I don't think Clark picked up anything, so we'll be looking at a 2nd and 5 as the Black Cats are deep in Trojan territory for the second time tonight. The first time the Black Cats were deep into Trojan territory, they got into the end zone, but a penalty took away the touchdown and resulted in a missed field goal. So here we go, 2nd and 5 with 11:30 to go in the fourth quarter. It's Karokis and Keller lined up to the left. Smith under center in an I formation behind him. They're going to hand it off to Williams, and Williams just gets a couple yards across the line of scrimmage before Jordan Huerta comes through and blows him up. Another Crown collision of the game brought to you by Crown Collision Center at Crown Motors, where customers bring their friends. That's Highway 67 north of Farmington. Jordan Huerta, a big stop that time on Matthew Williams. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. And now inside of 11 minutes to go in this contest. Still looking for our first points. And this entire time on the sideline, Colton Jordan has been warming up. He's the kicker for Fredericktown. This may end up being a 3-0 game. Smith back under center, single receiver on either side of the formation. The pitch to Williams, coming to the near side, looking for a hole, bounces off Huerta into the arms of Chandler Franklin, who brings him down, and he's going to be right at the sticks, and they're going to say first down Black Cats. A big pickup by Matthew Williams, and a timely second effort by Williams moves the chains. He needed 5. He got all of 5.5 that time. So right at the 20-yard line are the Fredericktown Black Cats. 10:27 to go. Play clock at 13. It's Keller spread out wide to the left. Karokis in the slot. Williams, the deep man. Smith going under center from the Potosi Trojan 20. He takes the snap. They hand it off to Williams. He goes in between the tackles, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage and fall forward for a couple. It's been a battle up front all night between these two teams, and nobody really has taken advantage of that.
Carried up the middle by number 24, Matthew Williams. Brought down by number 52, Jake.
So Matthew Williams has broken the 100-yard mark in weeks 2 and 3. Would have had a touchdown early in this game, but a penalty took that away. And we are scoreless. 8 seconds on the play clock. Keller and Karokis lined up to the left. A whistle's going to come in. I think we're going to have a timeout. We'll see who exactly called that timeout. Maybe we'll get a signal here on who called the timeout. And it's going to be a Fredericktown timeout, so when we come back, it'll be 2nd and 10 with 9 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And the Fredericktown Black Cats lined up on the 20-yard line of the Potosi Trojans when we're back in 30 seconds on J98 Web TV at MIMOinfo.com.
When you have a concrete job, Polite Ready Mix is the name to remember. Polite Ready Mix has been in business for 3 decades, and they're locally owned and operated, with 8 locations servicing Washington, Iron, St. Francis, and now Reynolds and Carter counties. And in addition to their already great service, Polite Ready Mix offers several trucks and a concrete conveyor. Contact the Polite Ready Mix nearest you for a no-obligation estimate today. That's Polite Ready Mix.
Walmart Supercenter in Fredericktown is a great place to get everything you need for any occasion in your life. From a great selection of food, including a fresh deli and bakery, to all the latest trends in fashion clothing, electronics, housewares, hunting supplies, and more. And special occasions? Well, Walmart Supercenter in Fredericktown stocks everything you need for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and more. Walmart Supercenter in Fredericktown. Always a good choice. Save money. Live better. Walmart.
We are back with 9:40 to go. It's 2nd and 10 for the Black Cats from the Trojan 20, and movement up front once again. The battle tonight has been in the trenches, but there have been some sloppy plays up front between these two teams, and we're going to have another penalty come in. See who moved first. It's going to be a false start against the Black Cats, so right as they're knocking on the doorstep of the red zone, that is no more, as a penalty is going to back them up. And both these teams have had their offensive struggles this evening, pretty much playing between the 20s. There's only been one instance for both teams where they were inside the 10. But both teams coming up empty. So Smith's going to go under center with two receivers to the far side of the formation. It's Keller and Karokis. Here's the snap, and Cody Smith looking to fire deep. It hits off the hands of the defender up front. Another play up front by the Trojans to deflect a pass.
Intended for number 88.
Definitely the wherewithal up front to get your hands up in those passing lanes for the front four of the Potosi Trojans proves beneficial right there, as the receiver was open on an inside slant route. It was Karokis coming on the slant. The pass not able to get there, tipped at the line of scrimmage, will bring up 3rd and 14 with 9:35 to go. This ball is lined up just across the 24-yard line. So a big 3rd down for the Fredericktown Blackcats, trying to get at least in range for the kicker. On the near side, it's Keller. Karokis in the slot. Smith under center. Smith dropping back. Now he's looking over the middle again and nearly picked off. Was it picked off? It may have been taken away by the Potosi Trojans, and they're going to say it was an interception. And Potosi, another pick tonight of Cody Smith. A big-time interception. I believe that was Chandler Franklin coming away with that interception. And the Trojans come up big on 3rd down. The defense takes it away. That's the 2nd interception tonight thrown by Cody Smith. That's his 5th interception through the first 3 weeks of the season. That time, it's Chandler Franklin coming up with the pick, and Potosi bailed out by their defense. They're going to have a drive that's going to start deep in their own territory now on the 11-yard line. It's 1st and 10 with 9.5 to go. The snap is low and pitched away and knocked on the ground. Who comes up with it? It's an incomplete pass that just went enough forward, hit off the receiver's hands, but a big stop by Fredericktown, because that was easily a completion for a couple of yards, but a big hit jars it loose and brings up 2nd and 10. And Potosi still deep in their own territory, 9:23 to go in the 4th quarter. Whoever scores tonight might be our only touchdown of the night. But Potosi has a long way to go if they want to be the ones to score first. 8 on the play clock, 9:23 on the game clock. Price in shotgun, takes a snap, hands off up the middle, fakes the throw to the far side. The defense doesn't bite. And just a short gain up the middle for the Potosi Trojans will bring up a 3rd down and long. The Trojans' run game has been pretty much the complete package of their offense tonight. Just a handful of passes tonight thrown by Price. Now 3rd and 5. Inside of 9 minutes to go. Ball on the 15 of the Trojans. Price takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff. It's going to go end around. Will he get around the corner? Yes, he will. He's got a lot of space, turning it upfield. Still on his feet, has yet to be brought down. And all the way out to midfield, a flag comes in at the end of the play. But a big-time gain for the Potosi Trojans, who are deep in their own territory. Another misdirection play out of the backfield by the Trojans. And the Fredericktown defense bites on it, able to leave a lot of space on the far side of the field. And Potosi turns it up and makes the most of it. Tristan Brown, the focal point of this offense, picks up 35 or 35 on that one rather. The flag comes in late. We'll see what the call is from the official. Just over 8.5 to go, and the penalty is going to go against the Trojans. Another costly penalty, the 8th penalty against Potosi tonight. And that follows a huge gain. A hold at the end of the play. It's still going to be enough for a 1st down after the 10-yard penalty. They're going to say that the foul actually took place by the spot on the 23 at the 33. So it's from the spot of the foul. 8:38 to go. It's a 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Price in shotgun, calls for Huerta in motion, fakes the handoff to Huerta, going to go up the middle, and nowhere to go that time as the front 7 for Fredericktown all over it this time. The misdirection. There has not been a handoff to Huerta all night. So I imagine midway through the 4th quarter, you don't expect that to be the first one. It's all been Tristan Brown out of the backfield for Potosi tonight. So Huerta, not enough of a distraction for Fredericktown's front 7 to bite. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball is on the 34-yard line. The Trojan 34-yard line, 10 on the play clock. Under 8 minutes to go in this contest. Still scoreless. Price in shotgun. A big formation around him. A low snap. Has to keep it himself. It's a broken play. Can he do anything with it? And he's going to run right into the front line of the Fredericktown Black Cats and find maybe a yard there. So it'll bring up 3rd and 9. A broken play. Price has to just keep it himself and try to make something happen. Couldn't get any further than a yard. So Potosi now with a 3rd and what is a long 8. Still waiting to get set are the Trojans with 15 on the play clock. 7:10 on the game clock. The pressure is definitely increasing for both teams with just 7 minutes to go and no score on the board. Price in shotgun, split backs around him. He looks to throw. Now he's going to fire downfield. Does he have a receiver there? No, too far out in front of him. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Potosi Trojans in their own territory. That's definitely going to bring the special teams out. And it will be another punt for the Potosi Trojans tonight. The kicker getting a lot of work for both of these teams this evening. 6:54 to go, and it's 4th and 7. The special teams unit out for both squads. The kick is going to come from the Trojan 20. And it looks like Matthew Williams may be back to field this at the 30. It is Williams. You can tell he's got pink shoes tonight. Here's the snap. The kick will get away cleanly. It's high, and it's going to bounce at the 37-yard line. Take a Trojan bounce down to the 26, and that's where the Black Cats will open up their next offensive drive. And just 6 minutes, 43 seconds to go. This game has gone by very quickly. Neither team really throwing the ball this evening. Both teams doing fairly well running the football. And there was a penalty on the kick against the Trojans. It looks like we're going to have a re-kick.
It'll be an offsides call on Potosi.
It was actually an offsides
We'll kick it again
on the punt. So that'll back up the Trojans a little further. It'll be Williams staying out to try and field this one. He's now up to about the 37-yard line in Fredericktown territory. The kick's going to come from about the Potosi 15-yard line. So we'll do this one again. And now the 11th man comes on the field for Potosi. They were a hat short. 20 seconds on the play clock. And the Trojans are going to punt. No penalties come out this time. The kick is away. Williams is under this one, going to try and field it. He does. It's going to be our first return punt for Fredericktown. Not much there. But he gets up to about the 42-yard line. So decent starting field position for the Fredericktown Black Cats. They'll take the field from the 42-yard line. It is week 3 of high school football on Web TV, and we feature the 0-2 Fredericktown Black Cats taking on the 2-0 Potosi Trojans, and we are still scoreless with 6.5 minutes to go. We'll have a timeout here before we start this offensive possession for the Fredericktown Black Cats. Our game is brought to you by the Hungry Gardener in Fredericktown, Polite Ready Mix in Potosi, Walmart Supercenter of Fredericktown, Potosi R3 School District in Potosi, along with Potosi Lumber and DeClue Family Funeral Home in Potosi. We'll start this Fredericktown offensive drive with 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in 30 seconds on Web TV at MIMOinfo.com.
At DeClue Family Funeral Home in Potosi, Brian, Sarah, Amanda, and BJ DeClue are there to guide you and support you. Along with prearranged and traditional memorial services, DeClue Family Funeral Home has monuments, flag cases, urns, and other memorial items to help you create a loving tribute to your loved one. Showing you that they do care, they offer extended after-funeral grief support programs. Call DeClue Family Funeral Home, 301 East High Street in Potosi at 438-2105.
6 minutes, 28 seconds is all we have remaining in the fourth quarter, and this game is still scoreless between the Potosi Trojans and the hometown Fredericktown Black Cats. The Black Cats are going to start this offensive possession on the 42-yard line in their own territory. Karokas and Keller spread out to the far side of the formation. Smith will go under center. Williams, the deep man in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's pitched to Williams, and he's met in the backfield by the Potosi Trojans, and they were all over that play. Ryan Oja, the sophomore, read that play from the start and met Williams on the near side of the formation in the backfield, and that's going to be a 3-yard loss on the first play of this drive for Matthew Williams. You got to like that out of your sophomore linebacker for the Potosi Trojans. Ryan Oja at 5'10", $150. Matt Williams in the backfield read that play from the start. It'll be 2nd and 14 from the 39. 20 on the play clock. 6 minutes on the game clock. Karokas, Keller spread out to the right. Smith going under center. 4 down up front. Here's the pitch. Williams headed to the far side of the formation, and a whistle comes in right at the snap. Well, we'll see another penalty in this contest. We've had a decent amount of penalties, but the way the scoring is lacked tonight, this game is moving right along. Most of the games around the listening area is still in the third quarter. We're nearing the end of the fourth. So that penalty is going to back Fredericktown up. It's a false start. It'll back them up to their own 34-yard line. So the first play is a loss. The second play, a penalty. And not much going on for the Fredericktown offense, but a 3rd and 14, 5:40 to go, 15 on the play clock. 2 receivers to the right, Smith under center, hands it off to Williams. It's going to go right up the middle and not even get back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be a 4th down coming up for the Fredericktown Blackcats. Gets just short of the 40-yard line. It's going to be spotted at the 39, so he just gets back what he lost. And a 4th down for the Fredericktown Blackcats. And we'll see what route they're going to take. It looks like the offense is staying on the field. I guess sometimes you have to make those risky play calls, and that's exactly what Coach Sowers decided to do here. And now it looks like we're going to have a second thought after that, and it will be Fredericktown calling the timeout. So they were facing a difficult situation anyhow.
Timeout on the field called by Fredericktown.
We'll have a timeout for the Fredericktown Blackcats. They were only 5 seconds away from suffering a delay of game penalty, so good eyes there for Coach Sauer and trying to keep his team from losing any more ground. It was again Zach Smith nearly having a delay of game. He had one earlier in this contest, and it's just his 3rd start at the varsity level for the Fredericktown Blackcats squad. And the inexperience has showed in some ways, and it seems like from week to week he has progressed. Had a decent showing against Hillsboro last week, but was forced to throw quite a bit as Fredericktown got in a hole midway through the third quarter against the Hawks last week. So 13 yards away from a 1st down for the Blackcats. It's going to be Keller on the near side of the formation. Williams is the deep man. Smith going to go back under center. Smith takes the snap. It's a pitch to Williams. It's an end around to Keller. Are they going to pick up any space? It was a nice play call. A little bit of room there. Can Keller cut it back inside and gets about 5 to 6 yards short of the 1st down marker? So the timeout proves beneficial for Coach Sauer and the Fredericktown Blackcats. The end around as the entire defense keyed on Williams coming to the near side, but it was an end around all day long to Zach Keller. Now that will bring out the special teams unit. Right before we went to break, they had a play, and as we went to break, it was actually a penalty. So that's what's going to bring up our 4th down and 7. And Fredericktown forced to punt. This kick is going to get away cleanly, but barely. It's a great kick. Will it take a Blackcat hop? No, it takes, yes, it does take a little bit of a Blackcat hop. It went backwards, then forward, and out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So again, it's been a defensive showcase so far between these two teams tonight, and it's shaping up to be a very low-scoring game. If we do get a score in regulation, it's going to have to come in the next 4 minutes and 2 seconds. The Potosi Trojans offense will get an opportunity. This time they're going to start from their own 18-yard line. Potosi has had to start deep in their own territory time and time again tonight. They've only been in the red zone on one occasion. And 4 minutes away from the end of this contest. Price is going to go in shotgun, a jumbo formation around him. The handoff coming to the near side of the formation. Not a lot of room there. Able to turn the corner and pick up just a couple. And again, it's Tristan Brown on the touch. Brown turns the corner and makes something out of nothing.
That ball carried number 23,
Tristan Brown, that's his 20th carry of the night. Puts him at 20 carries, 112 yards. And he has carried the load so far tonight for Potosi. Blaine Riddle used to get touches like this in the past couple of years for the Trojans. He graduated last year, so Brown, big part of the offense. And again, misdirection to Huerta, and it does not work again. And Fredericktown believes they came up with a football, and the official confirms that. A turnover, big time, big time, big time. The Fredericktown Black Cats come up with a big takeaway in their own territory, in Potosi territory. A costly turnover by the Trojans. It was a misdirection to Huerta. The handoff not getting away clean from Price to Brown. And the Black Cats are going to start on the Potosi 25-yard line. 3 minutes and 52 seconds away. And if Fredericktown can do something with this drive, they may just have their first victory of the season. Keller and Karokas lined out to the far side. Smith going under center in I formation. And a bad snap. Smith picks it up, and he's going to have to lunge forward for a couple. Able to pick it up before Potosi. That would have been just crushing if you were able to take that away and then turn it over on the first play. Good job by Smith, able to pick it up and dive forward for a couple. He gets down to the 20. So a decent play by Smith on a broken play to pick up 5 yards. That's the second time he's done that this evening. Quickly out of the huddle. Karokas will line up on the far side in the slot. That's the wide side of the field with Keller out even further. Smith in the backfield, or Matthew Williams rather, in the backfield, takes the handoff. Smith hands it off to him, and Williams is going to break free and get into the end zone. You've got to be kidding me. Matthew Williams breaks 3 tackles, finds his way into the end zone. 3 minutes and 3 seconds remain. And the Fredericktown Black Cats from 20 yards away. It was a 2-receiver set. The handoff goes to Williams. He bounces off of 3 tackles and in the end zone. And Fredericktown puts 6 on the board. And no flags come out this time. A big-time run by the Fredericktown Black Cats. Matthew Williams finishes it off from 20 yards away. And gets the first points on the board tonight. And it's 6-0 Black Cats. The freshman kicker for Fredericktown comes out to try to add one more. It's going to be up, and it's through. It is 7-0 Fredericktown with 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go in this contest. All of our scoring drives are brought to you by Auto Plaza Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of DeSoto and Fredericktown. Head to autoplazaford.com. We're going to be back in 30 seconds with 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go. It's 7-0 Fredericktown leading the Potosi Trojans. Back in a half a minute on J98 Web TV at MIMOinfo.com.
This is Debbie Hamby with Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. We know you have lots of choices when it comes to finding a pharmacy. Those choices promise things like friendly staff, shorter wait times, free delivery, and knowing you by name. At Parkland Health Mart, all of those things are a given. We want you to choose us for our ability to provide things like medication synchronization, immunization services, medical equipment sales and service, and free wellness classes, including diabetic education. Come see us today in Deloge, Fredericktown, or Ironton, because we are your total healthcare destination.
We had our first touchdown of the evening. It was a 20-yard run by Matthew Williams to put the Fredericktown Black Cats on the board. The extra point went up and through, no problems, and it's 7-0 with just over 3 minutes to go in this contest. The Potosi Trojans trail the hometown Fredericktown Black Cats. The first touchdown of the night with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. A big-time run, all set up by the turnover by the Potosi Trojans. Short field, and Fredericktown makes them pay. Here's the kick. It's a high kick. Running under it and fielded cleanly. Able to make a decent return are the Trojans. Reversing field, coming back this way now. A lot of room there, and finally going to be brought down, and it's Matthew Williams on the stop. Not only is he making touchdowns, he's making tackles tonight. He stops Tristan Brown just short of the 40-yard line. So with 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go, Fredericktown with a 1-score lead. And the Trojans offense now under a great deal of pressure. Looking to improve to 3-0 this year. They've got a little bit of work to do if that's what they want to leave with is a 3-0 start. Fredericktown in a great position to get their first W of the season. A 2-receiver set. Price in shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off right up the middle, and a good hole there, and a good push up front for Kyle Allison of the Potosi Trojans. Allison getting a 5-yard gain there. And a player down on the field is a Fredericktown Black Cat. Definitely a Fredericktown Black Cat down on the field. So while we have a player down, we'll go ahead and step aside for a little bit and find out if he's okay. We'll be back after this on J98 Web TV at mimoinfo.com.
Take home delicious food for your family from the Hungry Gardener in Fredericktown. Kelly Walker invites you to try their fresh meat and cheeses cut fresh to order daily, including lamb. The Hungry Gardener buys in bulk and passes the savings on to you. Pick up great meals on the go every Friday. Order holiday hams and turkeys and vegetable and fruit trays for the holidays now. The Hungry Gardener, across from Domino's Pizza in Fredericktown. Now open 7 days a week and accepting all forms of payment.
Hi, neighbor. The new landscaping around your yard looks great.
Oh, thanks. We're doing home improvements. Doing it all with Potosi Lumber.
Really?
We're replacing cabinets, new carpet, new storm doors, and customized replacement windows. And that's just to start.
It's time for home improvements. See Potosi Lumber, Highway 21 in Potosi.
We are back after the injury timeout with a 2nd and 5, a 2-receiver set. There's the snap to Price. He's going to hand it off to Allison, who turns to the outside, gets the first down, runs over a defender, runs over Matthew Williams that time, and a big gain for the Potosi Trojans all the way into Fredericktown territory down to the 41-yard line. So a big pickup that time for the Potosi Trojans. They move the chains and then some. It's officially spotted at the 42. A big gain for Kyle Allison, a 12-yard pickup. And the Trojans are moving with 2:20 to go, trailing by 7. The keeper to Price. He's going to jump through and get hit right as he crosses the 35-yard line. That was designed to be to Price all the way. A good chunk of yards for him. It's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down marker. And the clock will continue to run inside of 2 minutes to play. Play clock at 17, 16, 15. 2nd and 4 for the Trojans. A 2-receiver set. There's the shotgun snap. It's going to be handed off to Allison. Met right at the line of scrimmage and stood up and brought down in the backfield. The Fredericktown defense coming up with a big stop right there. Kyle Allison's going to lose a yard on that one. And that will bring up a crucial 3rd down. The clock will continue to run. 1 minute, 27 seconds still remaining, and the clock will continue to tick. It's 7-0 in favor of the hometown Fredericktown Black Cats, and we're going to have a timeout called on the field. The Potosi Trojans in a serious situation here. They're going to be facing a 3rd and 4 with 1:22 to go. Trailing by 7. Potosi comes into this contest at 2-0. They have a win over Carnahan in week 1 and a win over Pacific in week 2. Fredericktown, a little bit difficult start to their season. They opened with a 35-7 loss to Kennett, then lost last week on the road against Hillsboro 53-28, and currently lead tonight 7-0. The first touchdown coming with just over 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 3 seconds still to go in the 4th quarter when we saw our first touchdown. Now Potosi trying to respond and tie this game up. They are just at the 34-yard line in Black Cat territory when things resume. Just 1 minute, 22 seconds to go. Now they put 1:40 back on the clock. It'll be a 3rd and 4 for the Trojans. Potosi's offense, the most pressure they've faced all season, is now And the same goes for the Black Cat defense. The crowd starting to make some noise. Smith with a 3-receiver set with twins on the left side of the formation. Just one man to the backfield. Price lined up in shotgun. Official is yet to start the clock, blow the whistle. Still 25 on the play clock. Now it's going to start to wind. Offense already set. Price, shotgun, puts Brown in motion. The handoff is to Brown. He's going to try and turn the corner. He's going to be just short of the first down marker. I don't think they're going to give him enough for the first down. He's right at the sticks. No signal yet, so that will bring up a 4th and short. 1:33 currently on the game clock, and they are going to move the sticks. Wow. A big pickup that time by Tristan Brown, keeping the drive alive for the Potosi Trojans. They wind the clock, 1:30 now. The offense set. Price takes a shotgun snap, hands it off right up the middle. No, they faked it up the middle, and it's going to go around the outside of the formation. A little bit of room there, and a big pickup again. Set up by that misdirection coming out of the Trojan backfield to the far side of the formation. And the misdirection, it's very similar to what they've been trying to run to Jordan Huerta all night, but that time they go to Chandler Franklin, who gets a 7-yard pickup. That's his first carry of the evening, going to the outside of the formation, and that'll set up short yardage situation on second down. Just short of a first down. On about the 22 of the Black Cats. Lined up in shotgun is Price. Huerta in motion, moving to the far side. The handoff is going to be faked. Price is going to keep it himself. He's going to run right across the first down marker and be brought down at about the 14-yard line. The official spots him right at the 15. So a 6-yard pickup on the quarterback keeper. And that brings us to 1:13. So with 1 minute and 13 seconds, the Potosi Trojans trail 7-0, but they're on the Fredericktown Black Cat 15. We'll take a 30-second pause and continue this game next on J98 Web TV at MIMOinfo.com.
The Potosi R3 School District is committed to excellence. Now, they're proud of their students and their athletes because these young people work hard and show a ton of dedication. The Potosi R3 students and athletes are committed to excelling to high levels of achievement. Attitude and perseverance play a big part in their success. The Potosi R3 School District sincerely hopes this school year is a wonderful and memorable stepping stone in their life's journey.
You pick the best time of the night if you're just tuning in to Web TV tonight for Week 3. The Fredericktown Black Cats lead 7-0 over the Potosi Trojans. We have 1 minute, 13 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Trojans are deep now into Fredericktown Black Cat territory, lined up on the 15-yard line. One score away from tying this up. It'll be interesting to see if Potosi gets in. Will they go for 2 or will they play it safe? 1 minute, 13 seconds to go. On the Black Cat 15-yard line, Price in shotgun. Huerta on the near side of the formation. He goes in motion to the far side. They fake the handoff to him. Up the middle to Allison. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not much there for Allison and the Trojans. And Price trying to hurry his teammates to get back to the line of scrimmage. A short gain that time by Kyle Allison. We are inside of 1 minute to go.
Brought down number 58, Dalton King.
Clock still running. 51. And counting. There's the snap. Price looking to the end zone. He's got Chandler Franklin there. Is it going to be picked off? No, it's going to be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Potosi Trojans. A 15-yard touchdown strike from Price to Franklin. And we are 1 extra point away from seeing a tied football game right now. The Trojans march down the field. Offensive struggles all night, but not on this specific drive. And Zach Price throws a touchdown strike to Chandler Franklin on the corner of the end zone. What a drive by the Potosi Trojans. Less than 1 minute to go, and this game is very close to being tied, or you never know what can happen on an extra point. We're about to find out. 43 seconds to go, and Potosi ties this game up. Price down. He'll be the holder. And they fake it. He's going to try for two. He has to roll out. Can anybody get into the end zone? Price is going to run for it, and he's going to be just short. The Fredericktown special teams defense comes up huge and keeps Price out of the end zone. This game is going to be staying at 7-6. The Fredericktown Black Cats come up huge. It was a faked extra point, trying to come to the near side and throw it into the end zone. Price had nobody open, went to run for it himself. The Black Cat defense stood tough, and they lead this 7-6, and they stop the two-point conversion. A huge play by the defense of the Black Cats, and they lead this by 1 point. What a play. What a play by the Fredericktown Black Cats. It's a risky call by Coach Mark Casey and the Potosi Trojans. I kind of expected something to happen like that, but you just never know what happens on these extra points in high school football. But for the Fredericktown Black Cats, this is probably the most charged up they've been all season. A big-time stop on the two-point conversion under a minute to go in this contest, and you find yourself with a 1 point lead. Now you know what's coming on this kick. You know that the Fredericktown Black Cats know what's coming on this kick as well. I think there is no chance that this is going to be a lengthy kick. I think we're going to see an onside kick from the Potosi Trojans. You've got the body language of both of these teams fired up right now. The crowd starting to come to life for the Fredericktown faithful with a 1 point lead on week 3 of the high school football season. This has been an exciting fourth quarter after very slow going through the first 3. Both offenses finding the end zone in the final 3 minutes. But it's the Fredericktown special teams coming up big, stopping a 2 point conversion to hang on to a 1 point lead. Here comes an onside kick. You already know what's happening for the Potosi Trojans. Just a matter of who's going to recover. You almost feel like you need a drum roll. Here it goes. The kick's going to come from the 40. It's going to be an onside kick. I'd be very surprised any other way. It's going to go 10 yards. And who is going to come up with it? It looks like Potosi comes up with the football. Unbelievable turn of events in the final 3 minutes. It definitely went 10 yards. A Potosi Trojan slid under it. It bounced off of him, ricocheted off of a Black Cat, and recovered by the Potosi Trojans. They're going to start a drive on the Black Cat 45-yard line with 43.1 seconds remaining. It looks like somebody is down on the field. That's terrible. There is a player down on the field, so we find out what's happening here. We'll step aside, and we'll bring you back for the final 43 seconds of this, and Potosi just recovered an onside kick, trailing by 1 score. We'll be back shortly for J98 Web TV at MIMOinfo.com.
When you have a concrete job, Polite Ready Mix is the name to remember. Polite Ready Mix has been in business for 3 decades, and they're locally owned and operated, with 8 locations servicing Washington, Iron, St. Francis, and now Reynolds and Carter counties. And in addition to their already great service, Polite Ready Mix offers several trucks and a concrete conveyor. Contact the Polite Ready Mix nearest you for a no-obligation estimate today. That's Polite Ready Mix.
We bring you back after an interesting turn of events in the final 3 minutes. With 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go in this contest, we saw our first touchdown of the game with Fredericktown taking a 7-0 lead. In response to that, Potosi marches down the field, throws a touchdown pass to make it 7-6. They go for 2 following the touchdown. Fredericktown shuts them out, and they lead 7-6. Potosi then recovers an onside kick, and they're going to start from the Black Cat 47. Price takes a shotgun snap. He's looking deep downfield, throwing it over the top, and in between the 2 receivers looking for Tristan Brown, and threw it in between Brown and Franklin. It falls incomplete. 37.5 seconds to go, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the Black Cat 47 for the Potosi Trojans, who trail this game 7-6. This is going to be a thrilling final 37 seconds for week 3 of high school football. Personnel change real quick for Fredericktown. And here we go in shotgun. Price takes the snap, looking to throw downfield once again, and he's going to be brought down. No, he shakes the tackler, shakes the second tackle. He's going to turn it upfield and somehow stay on his feet, and he's going to get out of bounds. A big block on the near side by Chandler Franklin, and a flag's going to come in late. That's going to cost the Potosi Trojans if that's against Franklin. He came in with a big-time block. And if that's going to be a penalty against Franklin, that is going to cost the Trojans big time. Let's see, yes, and they're going to call a personal foul against Chandler Franklin on that block. He came around the outside edge to block Dalton King. A penalty came in shortly after, and that is going to back up the Trojans big time. Wow, a costly penalty against the Trojans. Another penalty is going to back them up after getting into Fredericktown territory, and that may have just cost them the football game. Still a lot of time left, 29.1 seconds. And back to the Fredericktown 47. So erase that play. And we're going to start all over again from the 47, 2nd and 10, 29 seconds to go, 7-6 Black Cats. The Trojans with the football, a single receiver on either side. Price is lined up in shotgun, 20 on the play clock. He takes the snap, looking downfield. Two receivers streaking down the sidelines. He's going to throw it deep. It might be underthrown. It's tipped. It was a tip drill, but nobody can come up with it. Off the hands of Matthew Williams, tipped up in the air, and Zach Keller was coming in for it. The tip deflected it behind him, and it falls incomplete. A big break that time for the Potosi Trojans, and that would have sealed the deal if either one of those defensive backs for Fredericktown come up with that catch. They did not, so Fredericktown finds themselves still trying to end this game. Potosi finds themselves with another life. Again, two receivers, one on either side. The shotgun snap to Price. He's looking to get rid of it quick, and he does it to the near side. And going to stay inbounds, a big-time tackle, keeping Tristan Brown in the field of play. And that's going to force the Potosi Trojans to call a quick timeout. Coach Casey quick with the whistle that time. This will be 14.9 seconds left. Not able to get out of bounds was Tristan Brown. So it's going to come down to the next 14.9 seconds. We'll take a quick 30-second pause and bring you the conclusion of this one up next on J98 Web TV at MIMOinfo.com.
Walmart Supercenter in Fredericktown is a great place to get everything you need for any occasion in your life. From a great selection of food, including a fresh deli and bakery, to all the latest trends in fashion clothing, electronics, housewares, hunting supplies, and more. And special occasions? Well, Walmart Supercenter in Fredericktown stocks everything you need for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and more. Walmart Supercenter in Fredericktown. Always a good choice. Save money. Live better. Walmart.
All right, here we go. This is the crunch time of this high school football game in week 3. The Black Cats looking for their first win. They lead the 2-0 Potosi Trojans 7-6. Just 14.9 seconds remain in this contest. The ball is in Fredericktown territory, but a long way to go for the Potosi Trojans as this is lined up on the 43-yard line. It's going to come down to these next couple of plays to see who walks away with the victory. Shotgun formation, a 4-receiver set, trips to the right. Price takes a shotgun snap, looking to the left. He stared his receiver down, and it's going to be caught, spinning inside, and brought down right in the middle of the field. It's going to cause a quick timeout. The clock won't start until the chains are set and the football blows the whistle. The Potosi Trojans are back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up with twins off to the right. Price is going to go under center. They're going to have to spike this, and yes, he does with 4.4. It was a bad snap, and a flag comes in. Just pure turmoil on the field. The flag comes in. Price wanted to get back to the line and spike it. He lost the snap. And it's going to be interesting. I can't believe they called it that. They're going to say it was... They're going to say that it was essentially a play in which Price never touched the never touched the football. And that's going to cost the Trojans just a few yards. So here we go. This is going to be our final play of the game at 4.4 seconds. This is it right here, 4.4. A 1-point game. The last play for the Trojans. It's got to go into the end zone. Price looking downfield. He heaves one up. Who's going to come away with it? And I think Potosi just caught it. I think the Trojans may have come up with it, and it's a Potosi Trojan touchdown to end this game. They throw one from the 35-yard line, and they score on the last play of the game. The Potosi Trojans are going to improve to 3-0. There are no flags out on the field, and the entire Trojan team has swarmed into the end zone. Unbelievable turn of events, and the Potosi Trojans shock the Fredericktown Black Cats and throw a last play touchdown. They were trailing by 1 point and threw a touchdown strike as time expired. An unbelievable turn of events, and the Potosi Trojans are going to improve to 3-0. I cannot believe what just happened in the final 3 minutes of this high school football game. And a flag comes out at the very end of this, and it's going to go against the Black Cats, or against the Trojans rather, but the touchdown will still count, and it is 12-7 Potosi Trojans. An unbelievable turn of events at the end of this game. Potosi throws a bomb, a Hail Mary, and you don't see those converted often. It was triple coverage in the back corner of the end zone. Zach Price threw it on the money, and his receiver went up and got it. What a catch that time, and what a finish to a high school football game. This next play, it's just essentially a formality as the Potosi Trojans have to come out for the extra point. But what a set of events. Shock the world, Potosi Trojans. You're going to improve to 3-0, and you just escape by the skin of your teeth. Your heart just breaks for the Fredericktown Black Cats. You are almost there. You had it. You were there. You had your first win in the bag. And the Potosi Trojans just come out and steal it. A last play touchdown. 2 touchdown passes from Zach Price. And no, they wipe it all away. They are actually going to take it away. This is just an unbelievable, unbelievable game. So much just uncertainty from these officials. After they come out and still, they throw the flag, come out, signal that the touchdown's still good, bring the two teams back out onto the field. Then they say no touchdown. The scoreboard says 7-6. Potosi continues to celebrate. Fredericktown devastated. What a sloppy final set of events for this game. But you just never know. I guess that's why you play week in and week out. An unbelievable set of circumstances to close this game out. Both fans on either side are standing with their arms out, palms up, and you know the universal sign for that. What just happened? Not a clue at the end of this one. What a weird finish to a high school football game, but definitely the touchdown should count for the Potosi Trojans. Just based on how the rules do break down, the Potosi Trojans touchdown at the end of this one should count. The scoreboard reflects 7-6, but no one knows. Nobody really knows at this point in time, but Potosi should win this football game. Final score should be 12-7 for the Potosi Trojans. They should improve to 3-0. Fredericktown will fall 0-3.